Speechless. This is not how I plan to start my day at all. This is not how I plan to start my day. I'm off from work today. I woke up a bit early. I said to myself, okay, I'm going to come downstairs and I'm going to catch up to some of my, some of the things I plan to do on my channel. Edit a couple videos that I have to edit. Just catch up to a few things because I haven't really been putting a lot of time into the channel lately. And then I go on Twitter and I'm like, is this an old post? I'm thinking, is it an old post? This has to be an old post, right? This has to be something old. This got to be an old post. But no, it's current. It's a current post from the Premier League. It's a current post, and this is what it said. Premier League statement. This is what everybody wants. Let me just put it out there. This is what everybody wants. This is what everybody wants. Everybody's happy right about now, especially Liverpool fans, because there's talks of possible point deductions, and Liverpool fans are jumping for joy because they can go from, according to the breaches, they might be able to get another Premier League trophy according to we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, right? We're gonna get into it. So, in accordance with the Premier League rule W.82.1, the Premier League confirms that it has today referred a number of alleged breaches of the Premier League rules by Manchester City Football Club to a commission under Premier League rule W.3.4. Well, W.3.4. Let's say dot. Sounds a little better. Details of the Premier League rules that the club is alleged to have breached are as follows. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into the nitty-gritty. I don't know what it is. Somehow, some way, I'm off and available today to talk about this early, as soon as it broke. Early, very, very early, because I'm never up this early making YouTube videos, right? Never up. So, big up to everybody in the stream right about now. I know you guys are happy. I know a lot of you guys are only coming out because it's bad news, but it's all good. It's all good. It is what it is. Let's take a look at this. In respect to each of seasons 2009-10 to the 2017-18 inclusive, the Premier League rules applicable in those seasons that required provision by a member club to the Premier League in the utmost good faith of accurate financial information that gives a true and fair view of the club's financial position, in particular with respect to its revenue, including sponsorship revenue, its related parties, and its operating costs, namely A, for seasons 2009-10 Premier League rules B.13, C.171, C.172, C. Not one, but C.71, C.72, C.75, amended to C.79 to September 10th, 2009 for the remainder of the season 2009-10, and C.80. And also B, so that's A, and B for season 2010-11, the same Premier League rules, as well as C.78, C.79, C.86, and C.87. We might have to take a look at what these rules mean. Those rules are not listed in here, but we'll get the gist of what's going on, right? And I'm not going to read out all the rules. I'm not going to read out the rules anymore. It's pretty annoying to read out the rules, right? So it's A, B for the 2009-10, 2010-11, 11-12, 12-13, 13-14, 14-15, 15-16, 16-17, and 17-18. All those seasons, it's alleged, right? It is alleged that Manchester City did not give accurate financial information about the revenue, its related parties, and its operating costs. Okay? That's what it's basically saying in layman terms, right? Basically, it is saying that Manchester City fudged the books between the year 2009-10 and 2017-18. Right? And there might be more, but we're just looking into those right about now. But I think that is it, because it said that it took 4 years, a 4-year investigation. So the seasons after that does not come into play, right? So let's take a look there. The season, okay, there is more. There's actually more. So those seasons could come into play. So number 2, in respect of each season 2009-10 to the 2012-13, inclusive the Premier League rules applicable in those seasons, require a member club to include full details of manager remuneration in its relevant contracts with its manager, namely for the seasons 09-10 to 11-12 inclusive, and for seasons 2012-13 according to those Premier League rules. And B, each season's 2010-11 to the 2015-16 inclusive, the Premier League rules applicable in those seasons require a member club to include full details of player remuneration in its relevant contracts with its players' name. It's basically compensation, guys, you know. So in the seasons 2010-11, 12-13, 13-14, 15-16. So all those seasons. And 3, in respect of each season's 13-14 to the 2017-18 inclusive, the Premier League rules applicable in those seasons requiring a member club to comply with UEFA's regulations, including UEFA's club licensing and fair play regulations, namely the 2013-14 season and the 2014-15 season to the 2017-18 season. And 4, this is a lot of charges, man. This is a lot of charges. If you're an individual and so many charges are brought against you, you're going to be shitting your pants right now. Let's keep it real. You're going to be calling up a lawyer. You're going to be calling multiple lawyers. You're going to be looking for representation right now. Of course, Manchester City have representation, and they were charged with financial fair play breaches by UEFA in the past, which was proven not to be correct in the Court of Arbitration for Sport, right? So the Premier League did its own investigations, and they're coming out with their own charges a couple years later. And how, ironic that this breaking news comes after a day after Manchester City, I should say we, because I'm not going to disown the club now, that we lost to Spurs. So it's like, I don't know if they were waiting until Monday, whatever happened, a win, lose, or draw, but it sure does feel a bit more suspect because we lost, right? But it's okay. Right now is not a time to play victim, but to look at the charges brought against the club, and it's the club's responsibility to now go and fight this in court, to appeal and fight. You see what I mean? Look, let's get through the rest of the breaches, and then I'll give my thoughts. I'll give my opinion. I'll let you guys know how I truly feel about all of this, right? In respect of the period from December 2018 to date, to today, the Premier League rules applicable in the relevant seasons requiring a member club to cooperate with and assist the Premier League with its investigation, including by providing documents and information to the Premier League in the utmost faith, namely all the seasons from then, 2018-19 to 2020 to 23, right? Commissions are independent of the Premier League and member clubs. The members of the commission will be appointed by the independent chair of the Premier League judicial panel in accordance with Premier League rules W.19, W.20, and W.26. The proceedings before the commission will, in accordance to the Premier League rule W.82, be confidential and heard in private. Under Premier League rule W.82.2, the commission's final award will be published on the Premier League's website. This confirmation is made in accordance with the Premier League rule W.82.1. The Premier League will be making no further comment in respect to this matter until further notice. So, yeah, this is what's going on, man. So the seasons are from 09 to the 2017-18 season. The seasons after, it seems like the Premier League was basically saying here in 5, in respect of period 2018, December 2018 to now, the Premier League rules applicable in the relevant seasons requiring a member club to cooperate with and assist the Premier League with its investigations, including by providing documents and information to the Premier League in the utmost good faith. So the seasons after 2018-19 to the 2022-23, those do not come into question right now. As I said a bit earlier, but I wasn't sure. So those are not in question right now as we speak. But if documents are submitted, of course, and then breaches are found, breaches similar to the alleged breaches from 2009-10 to 2017-18, then these seasons could come into play. And then Liverpool, if there's a point deduction, could become champions, right? Right? Basically. Right? So big up to everybody in the stream. Appreciate you guys coming out for the live. And I know you're only coming out because of this. You're only coming out because of this. You don't come out when I'm live talking about matches or just talking about things, right? You only come out because it's something negative. I know. It's all good. It's all good. It's big. You want to hear what I have to say. You know what I mean? So I understand. I understand how the world works. I understand how people react to things. It's all good. You see what I'm saying? You see what I mean? It's all good. This is the only reason why you're coming out. You're not coming out for me. You're coming out because the Man City has been found to breach financial fair play rules according to the Premier League. All right? So I'm going to keep it real. So my thoughts on this, right? My thoughts. I do not condone any kind of dishonest behavior when it comes to the club. I don't, right? And if any other club is doing it, I surely would not condone it either. So the same goes for my club. And when things like this come out about the club you support, it surely does feel bad. It hurts, right? It hurts because you're emotionally attached to the club. You're emotionally invested. So it's somewhat embarrassing when these things come out about your club, basically saying that the club cheated its way to success by not stating the correct information in terms of, you know, how much they made and sponsorship revenue, which in turn goes into player purchases, playing for managers, and doing a lot of things, right? You see what I'm saying? So I do not condone that, and it's embarrassing, to say the least, because everyone's going to be talking about this right now. Everyone's going to be talking about it. So let's not act like if it's, oh, you know, we're not going to be, but let's not act like, let's not play the victim here. Let us not play the victim. I'm not going to play the victim card here and say the Premier League are picking on us or whatnot, because I don't see the Premier League picking on, let's say, for example, a team like Bournemouth. You see what I'm saying? Because they're not doing the things that Manchester City did in the past, right? They didn't put the kind of money into the club. They didn't hire the type of managers, et cetera, et cetera. So if City are found guilty of doing what is alleged, all these financial breaches, well, the consequences will be grave, I have to say. I don't know what the punishments are going to be. It's an unprecedented thing. I don't think there's ever been that type of points deduction in the Premier League, but we've seen it in the lower leagues, right? We've seen it, I think, recently with Derby County. We've seen it with, what's the other club? I think that was Bolton. You know, just to name a few. We've seen it with Juventus. We've definitely seen it with Juventus. I don't know what the charge is going to be, but people are saying that it's going to be, of course, points deduction. And if we take a quick look over to Twitter, right? Let's go over to Twitter, guys. If you're not following me on Twitter, please do. At Dominic Rich FC, I do, tweet out some of my thoughts over there from time to time. So check me out on Twitter. You could reach me over there as well. And let's take a look at Twitter, right? Let's go. Let's take a look at what Twitter is saying. If you click the search button right here, you're going to see Man City are trending. Manchester City are trending right now in football. Let's click Manchester City right here, and let's see what people are saying. Latest. This Man City downfall. I will love it, and I think I deserve it. That's what, this person said. Okay, we got an update. Ghanaian Man City fans realizing they will have to return their real clubs because of the punishment associated with the scandal. All right, we got some funny memes already. Can't wait for Man City to get relegated, and when Arsenal win the league, we can just say that that's the only reason they won it. I see this as a win for everyone, a win-win. Man City's lawyers right now. You just got to laugh, right? You just got to laugh about these things, right? Man City charged with breaking financial rules over 100 times. This Man City news is making my day go so well. And I know, right? A lot of you guys are having a blast right about now. My God, I called heaven and earth to bear witness that Man City, you will crumble. Relegate Man City immediately. The hate is coming out. The true hate, well, it's been there all along, but it's going to come out. It's going to come out in droves. The multitude of people coming out to just express their displeasure and their hate towards Manchester City. It is all good, and it will keep coming. It'll keep coming. You got to be strong through this period if you're a Manchester City fan, because you don't know what's coming out of this. You really don't know what's going to happen here. You really don't know. Right? You really don't. So Chelsea, Man City, plus Chelsea need new sleeve or t-shirt sponsor. All right, he's just replying to somebody. But Man City have never got the respect a team doing what they did on the pitch is because pretty much every fan knew what they were doing off it. Tainted FC, shame on English football they are. It stood out a mile. Careers of De Bruyne, Company, Aguero, and co. in tatters. Dortmund win. Arsenal win. Man City, I don't know what that is. But Man City charge and not Chelsea. All right, who knows? Who knows what would happen with the whole Chelsea situation eventually? We got somebody from St. Vincent here, right? I should follow them, right? Yeah, I should follow them. Manchester United, Chelsea, and the rest of the Premier League fans uniting to destroy Manchester City. Conspiracy theories coming out. If Man City are found guilty of the charges, Pep will walk away. It's peak for them. Arsenal to win the Premier League if Man City potentially lose points. Well, the point, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going to happen. But some law firm about to rake in money from Manchester City. If it was Arsenal, they will be deducted points by now for breaking rules, but Man City get away with it. All right, Eunice talks football, okay? He's laughing. Laugh my ass off. It's amazing what can happen when you don't spend correctly like Chelsea do. Man City charged with which probably means Arsenal are Premier League champions and Guardiola will have to leave the club. immediately, if he is true to his word months ago, the end of City, I'm going to retweet this, right? I'm going to retweet this, right? And I'm going to quote the tweet and I say, and I'm going to be like, okay, Eunice, FFS, have some effing shame. All right? And retweet that. Don't care right now. Anyways, let's go back. Big up to everybody in the stream. Do not like the stream, please. Don't like it. Don't subscribe either. Don't do anything. We're just here to talk about Manchester City and the financial breaches that they have alleged to broke. Commodore, Man City will forever be a small club. No history, no legacy, just financial corruption. Man City is going to the championship. I admire them both, Man City and Liverpool. They play fantastic football, but eras come to an end. That's what Ten Hag said, right? My DMs are open for Man City fangirls during these challenging times. All right, I think that's enough. I think that is enough. So, big up everybody in the house, man. Once again, appreciate you guys coming in here. What are you guys saying? Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the chat. Let me know your thoughts. But it's not the best news to wake up to. And I literally just woke up about an hour ago, took a shower, brushed my teeth, and I said I'm going to come downstairs, make some content. This was not the content that I planned to make. Okay? Just want to put it out there. It wasn't the content that I planned to make. Don't know what's going to happen. Don't know what's going to happen at all. But if it's anything like what happened to Juventus, guys, yeah, we are in a whole lot of problems. We'll be in a whole lot of problems. We're going to be in a whole lot of problems. A whole lot. Could I repeat myself? We're going to be in a whole lot of problems. Let's just put it out there. A whole lot of problems. And really, really quick, right? Let's just take a look at the Premier League table. If there's point deductions, I don't know if the points deductions are going to be put in a way that Man City are definitely going to lose their titles. I don't know. So let's go to the Premier League over here and let's look at the standings, right? Let's go back to, okay. They will surely lose. Let's just say this. If there's a points deduction, Man City, for 4 of the titles, they will lose like the titles, 4 titles there. Winning over Liverpool twice by 1 point. The what you call it? The goal difference win, right? We don't go as far back here. So let's check Premier League. Let's check Premier League really quick and let's go back here, right? Let's check the seasons. We gotta check the seasons. Premier League. All right. Let's go to seasons. We want to check the seasons, right? History. List of Premier League seasons. Let's go here. Man City, first winning it 11-12 there, right? Let's check 11-12. And we go down 11-12. Goal difference, right? So that's gone. That is gone, right? That is gone, guys. That title would be gone. Bye-bye. The title done. See what I'm saying? Any points deduction, that title is gone. Let's go back. 13-14. This title, any points deduction, guys? This title is gone as well. Liverpool wins this title. Liverpool would win 3 titles if points deduction happened for Manchester City across all the seasons from 2009-10 to this day. Liverpool would have 4 Premier League titles in the last 30 plus years instead of 1. That's who would benefit. So Liverpool fans are loving this news the most. Liverpool fans are loving, absolutely loving it right about now. Loving it, right? Loving it. We're going to go back. Manchester City. Let's go back. 2017-18. Well, you'll need a big points deduction for anything to happen there, because we won the title by about 19 points, 100 points that season. The Premier League might just go ahead and deduct 20 points, right? So if 20 points is deducted, then Man United wins that title. I don't know why this one is in pink, but let's find out. Let me see what that means. Let me see. I don't know what that means right there, why it's in pink, but don't know. Don't know why it's in pink, but let's click on it. Let me see. This 2018 season, 2018-19 season. Let's go down. And as you guys could remember, 1 point, right? 1 point. That's gone as well. That is done. That one is gone. You guys should know that. And then, of course, we had this one. Not this one. This one was a healthy one from what I could recall. Let's go down. And this one's okay. But yet again, the Premier League could deduct 13 points from that season and then give it to Manchester United. So right about now, let's just make a long story short, and let's say the winners here are Liverpool and Manchester United. 6 titles won. Liverpool would be awarded 3, and Man United would be awarded 3 if points are deducted for all the seasons. You get it? For 2 of the titles, no, actually 3 of the titles, City are in jeopardy right now because it's 09-10 to 2017-18 are in jeopardy of losing 2 titles, the 11-12 and the 13-14 title. Because the others, fall outside the range, and the 2017-18 was by a big margin. It's over, guys. It is over. It is over. So Marius Lupescu, big up to you, Marius, is saying, you're an anomaly of a club. We didn't appreciate our team enough because of you. Of course, we're going to be happy with 2 to 3 more titles as we didn't cheat to win them. The thing right, I don't think it's City or an anomaly of a club, because you guys could see what is happening with Newcastle right about now. How are Man City an anomaly and Newcastle are basically doing the same thing? The same thing. The same thing. I know they're not spending ridiculous amounts of money, but Newcastle are basically doing the same thing. The Chelsea takeover right now, the Chelsea takeover that happened on the Todd Bowley is pretty much doing the same thing and spent over €500 million, right? I'm just saying. I'm not playing victim. I'm not pointing fingers, but I'm just replying to Marius's his comment here. That's all I'm doing. That is all I'm doing. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not even going to go down that rabbit hole of trying to compare Man City to Newcastle or Chelsea or any other club at, for that sake. I am not. You see what I mean? The charges are there. Man City just can't phone the Premier League and say, hey, what are you doing? Get rid of those charges. No, the charges have been brought against Manchester City. Let's be realistic here. I'm not going to sit here and cry and moan and whine. Let's be realistic. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. Now you got to figure a way to get yourself out of that trouble. Now the lawyers have to earn their money. The lawyers have to earn their money. The accounting department have to earn their money. They have to put everything together that would prove otherwise. But if the Premier League comes out after a 4-year investigation. A lot of manpower, a lot of money has been put into this investigation. They're not just going to come out and just accuse Manchester City of something so serious. So it will take a whole lot. It might take a few years. It might take a few months. I don't know how long it's going to take for this thing to be resolved, but it has to be resolved, right? And I don't know what's going to happen. This is a lot of politics involved. I don't know what's going to happen, guys. We know a lot of shady things could happen. Okay, let's say, for example, Man City are accused of these breaches. The Man City lawyers meet the Premier League lawyers. Bam, bam, bam. Some kind of deal under the table. I'm just saying, right? I'm just saying it's a possibility. Because let me tell you something. Money talks. Money talks. Okay? Money talks. Money talks. But there's also another situation where the Premier League could say, hey, man, we've been investigating this for a long time. We don't want to hear nothing about any deals or whatever. We don't want to come to any compromises. This is what we're going to put on the table for the charges. And you got to deal with the consequences. I'm just keeping it 100 right now. We have to be prepared to deal with the consequences. But my thing is, if you're going to do something, if you're going to do a project, if you're going to build a team from ground up, if you're going to invest in a team, if you're going to take over a team, you do it the right way. And I'm going to stand by that. You do it the right way. I'm not saying I'm a saint and I'm a perfect human being, but I would want to do things the right way. You see what I'm saying? That is how I would want to do things, the right way. So when you do win those titles, you do win those trophies, that it feels good. You see what I mean? And it feels right and it feels pure. But right about now, I have to say, it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. You see what I mean? It doesn't. And I see a lot of you guys are happy. Pure karma for Manchester City. You know, Pep has not won a Champions League title in 12 years. You know, the true colors of some of you guys are going to come out right now. I know. Big up to Tonic, who's saying, tough when clubs do bad things that fans have no power over. Exactly what I'm saying. Exactly. At least you keep it real. Still don't feel good as a Liverpool fan. Just cheapens rivalry. Exactly. You see what I'm saying? Thank you very much, Tonic, for coming out, dropping the super chat, and for dropping a gem right there. That's a gem right there. You see what I'm saying? I am not gonna be here celebrating the downfall of someone. I will question things like I did question Chelsea because I cannot understand. I cannot understand. And let me know if I'm wrong or whatever, but I cannot understand how one team could spend almost $1 billion for a season, just a season, in transfers, and nothing, no financial breaches, nothing comes out of it. You see what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Whether it's a new takeover or not, that's all I'm saying. You see what I mean? And again, I'm not trying to pull Chelsea into this. I'm just saying, if you're going to investigate one club for something, you're going to have to investigate everybody. You're going to have to investigate a lot of the other sketchy things that has happened in the Premier League. That's all I'm saying. And this definitely taints the league as well. It definitely taints the league, because, for example, if something like this is just coming out, you made it, you let it happen for 14 years, like 14 years. So the Premier League has some questions to answer as well. You know what I mean? Let's play devil's advocate here. Just pretend I'm not a Man City fan and I'm loving the news, right? Let's just pretend that. The Premier League has questions to answer too, because how did you allow this to happen all those years and not do anything? You see what I'm saying? You feel me? How did it take you so long to catch on to this? 14 years, that's a long time. That is a long time. You see what I mean? And then if points are deducted, you have to go back and retroactively award Premier League titles to this club and that club and this club and that. It's a whole mess. Any way you put it, it's a whole mess. Players' careers, as someone said earlier, would be tainted. Basically, you would feel like, what the hell? I just represented a club for 6-7 seasons and I have no titles? I won, I celebrated, and those times mean nothing? Like it's all gone? You see what I mean? Like it's gone. It doesn't mean anything. That would feel really bad. That would feel like, whoa. You see what I mean? So big up to Mike. He says, we'll wait till the Prem say something. But if City are up for investigation, then Chelsea, PSG are next. Man City should be in serious trouble, no joke. Yeah. The thing is, right? The thing is, for me personally, I try to do the right thing in life, right? But I'm not perfect. If I'm driving on the road, I drive a lot. And if I get caught for a breach, right? Sometimes I don't even feel bad because I'm like, yeah, this is for all the breaches that I've done in the past, and it's just catching up to me. I deserve this one. I deserve for all the red lights that I ran on the way to work in the morning because the roads are empty, and over at the airport there's like no real, traffic enforcement. So I'm running red lights. I'm going over the speed limit. I'm changing lanes without indicating. You see you get the point, right? So it's probably all caught up to Manchester City. That's what I'm saying. It's caught up to us. And I'm saying, as a fan, I feel bad, but you can't come here and blame me. You can't come here and try to make me feel bad about this, right? Because I didn't do anything. All I did was supported a football club that I fell in love with, not so long ago, right? Because I'm not going to act like I've been a City fan since the 1990s. I haven't, right? But I fell in love with this club, and I'm going to stick with the club. Through thick or thin, through the good, through the bad, through the hard times, through the lovely and easy times, right? I'm going to stick with the club. Relegated into the championship, I'm going to stick to the club. But I have to say, we have cleaned up our act, if you think about it, in terms of blatant, spending and splashing the cash. So maybe, I'm just saying, maybe Man City have come to the realization that they were under investigation, if you really think about it. Maybe there was a suspicion, maybe the little Tweety bird said something to someone, because the spending have definitely been down there. Selling off players, right? Selling off players, making things look a bit even in terms of financial fair play rules and all of that. And it's just the other day I was questioning, does financial fair play rules still exist? And look at what we got today. They do. They still do exist. You see what I mean? But if Manchester City are found guilty of all these breaches, it will be devastating for the club, for the fans, for the players, for the history of the club and the Premier League. It would be devastating. It would be one of the biggest scandals ever in football. Forget Juventus. Forget them. It will be Manchester City. Because found guilty, I'm gonna say this, right? If we are found guilty of committing all those breaches for so many years, we definitely gonna get the book thrown at us. The book is gonna be thrown at us, which means possible. And I'm not even saying this to sound dramatic or over the top, but if you have been found guilty of doing something for 10 seasons, you got to pay the price now, not retroactively. Not retroactively. We might get relegated. I'm just saying. We might get relegated. What do I prefer? But matter of fact, it's not even what I prefer. We might actually get stripped of the titles and relegated. Because if you relegate City because of points deductions, right? You can't leave the titles because then everyone would be like, but if they're found guilty of the breaches, why are the titles still valid? So right now, as it stands, Man City at all costs have to be, right? Have to be on top of this 1,000, not 100, but 1,000%. And the lawyers have to go to work and prove that this is not true. This is not true. And that's the only way, the only how Man City are going to get away from this. That's my thoughts. Very poignant, but that's my thoughts right now as it stands. People are going to love this. People are going to eat up this news. But it's not looking good. You're going to have to hire some Johnny Cochran type lawyers for this one. Just want to put that out there. Just want to put it out there. But big up everybody in the stream. I know a lot of you guys are just coming in. Big up everybody. Donovan is saying 50-1 in the Bundesliga is better than billionaires from foreign countries pumping money in your clubs. And that is what is coming to, man. That is what is coming to. You see, it's Newcastle. You know what I mean? You see teams like Southampton, Brighton, Bournemouth, millionaires, billionaires. It's basically a FIFA career mode league. That's what it is. That's basically what it's become. You see? But Manchester City are apparently now the flag bearers of financial fair play breaching. Basically. This is not good. This is not good at all. Red Devil Studios coming in saying, I love this game. Yeah, I know you're happy. I know you're happy as a Man United fan. Yeah, celebrate. Wake up to the news. Feeling good. It's okay. Dom, can you tell me what in the world is wrong with Juventus? I don't know what you're trying to say, Pacharo. But, and you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? I woke up, right? I took a shower. I took a shit. I brushed my teeth. Not in that order. I came downstairs. I said I'm going to make some videos. And I put on a fucking Juventus shirt. I put on a Juventus shirt outside. And I come in here, check Twitter, and I'm seeing the news. Crazy. This is nuts. And I was like, no, I can't start the video with the Juventus shirt. I'm not going to take it off because I love football, you know what I mean? And I wear shirts. I like jerseys. So I put on the Morocco training thing, right? Bam, training jacket. But underneath it is a Juventus shirt. You see what I'm saying? Underneath it is a Juventus shirt. I was saying I'm going to unbox my Man City jerseys soon. I have 2 of them, not even open yet from this season. And I had them for months. I don't even know if I'm going to open those right now. You see what I mean? Crazy. Crazy, man. You know, Oh man, this is tough. Got Red Devil Studio coming in with the jokes again. Okay, bro, it's okay. You can keep your UCL titles. It's all good, man. You know, keep dropping your jokes. It's all good. And you know, at least I'm man enough to go live and take it on the chin, talk to you guys about it, and let's see what's gonna come out of this. But I'm pretty sure a lot of people are talking about this right now on YouTube. I'm pretty sure, man. You know what I'm saying? Pretty sure a lot of people are talking about this right about now. So, yeah, this is the breaking news of today. This is, you know, the big news. And if Manchester City are found guilty, they would have let down a lot of their support. Not everyone's going to be let down, but I can't speak for everyone. But they're going to let down their supporters and their players alike. Pep Guardiola as well, the managers that before him, right? But as I said, how if Manchester City are guilty, remember, guys, innocent until proven guilty. Right now, it's allegedly it's a charge, innocent until proven guilty, right? But if Manchester City are proven guilty, that'll be one of the biggest downfalls ever in football. That'll be a big, big, big downfall. You see what I mean? Would I still support the club? Yes. Because that means that if what's alleged is being proven true, the club operates, it would have to operate the correct way. When you think about it, man, you don't even know what's going to happen here. You don't know what's going to happen here. Because let's say, for example, right? Let's just say, for example, Man City gets relegated. I know we're doom and gloom right now. I know we're doom and gloom. But let's say Man City gets relegated, right? And they get a transfer ban as well. Transfer ban, relegated. Would players stay? Would the current players at the club stay? Because that would be the only way the club would be able to go down and get back up, right? Because if the players leave, it will be difficult. It will be very difficult. And then other players won't want to go and play for the club because they don't want to be associated with the club. It could be a whole mess. It could be a whole mess. Big up to Mr. Tibbs. It could be a whole mess, man. This situation is very, very messy. It's very messy. Very messy. And I know a lot of people are loving this. A lot of people are loving this. A lot of people are live right now. They're loving it. They're loving it. And a lot of people are going to tune in when some of my fellow creators go live to talk about this. A lot of people are going to tune in, but this is massive, man. This is massive. But in other news, man, I just saw that there's been an earthquake in Turkey. 284 people, as of now, you know, has passed on. RIP to those people. You see, the thing is, right? There's more important things in the world going on right about now. There's crazier things going on in the world right now. But here we are. Here we are talking about City. Here we are talking about financial fair play. Here we are celebrating the potential downfall of a club. When others around the world, like I just said in Turkey, are dealing with trauma and disaster. That's a human race for you. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That's all I have to say right now. Maybe I'll talk about it another time, but I got things to do, man. Life goes on. What am I supposed to do? I'm not going to cry and whine about it all day. Leave your thoughts in the comments. Appreciate everybody who tuned in. Appreciate everybody who came and dropped the banter, joke around. But just imagine if your club was in that position, how you would feel. You see what I mean? But people are not like that. People are not like that. Most people don't have that type of empathy. And I'm not asking for empathy. I'm not asking for anyone to feel sorry for Manchester City. But I'm just saying, though. You feel me? I'm just saying. So thanks to everybody who tuned in, man. Appreciate you guys 100%. This channel will continue to, to drop videos. I'm not a Man City channel. You guys know that, and I've said that for the longest time. I'm a Man City fan, so it's going to be very difficult, very, very difficult for me going forward, sharing my opinion on things. People are going to be like, man, shut your mouth. The club's cheating. Nobody cares about what you have to say. You see what I mean? But it is what it is, though. It is what it is. You just got to take it on the chin. You got to make it as light as possible because you don't want it weighing you down. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Haven't gone live for a while. We have to go live again, maybe later, to just talk about what's really going on in football, other things in the world of football, Man City as well, and really get down to the nitty-gritty when it comes to this. Okay? This is not good. This could take the remainder of the season. Oh! Couldn't the Premier League, let me just say this. Couldn't the Premier League wait? Couldn't they wait until the end of the season? Couldn't they wait until the end of the season to do this? I'm just saying, right? Couldn't they wait until the end of the season to do this? End of the season come, you do this, you make your decisions. It's going to fuck up the season, man. That's all I'm saying. It's going to mess up the season. It's going to mess up the season. We don't even know what's going to come out of this. And if this happens as fast as the whole Juventus thing, points deductions, whatever could happen like right now. This thing is very serious. Big up to Angel as well. This thing is serious. But we'll talk again soon, okay? Don't want to be too long-winded. I have to, my son got to get ready to go to school in about, he's going to get up in about 45 minutes or so. So I don't want to be down here streaming the entire time because I could go on forever. But we'll wait until there's some more developments and we'll come back and talk. I'm not trying to stay online for 5 hours, right? We got things to do, got money to make. Got to go change my oil in my truck as well today. So guys, thanks a lot for tuning in. I said, do not like the video. Do that on your own accord. Don't subscribe. Do that on your own accord as well. I'm done asking people to do things. Do what you want. Do what you want. You see what I mean? But from your boy Dom, thanks for tuning in to another one. Until next time, peace out. Rich Squad.